Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Emirates Stadium. Hello, good evening, and welcome. It's Arsenal against Leicester. It's our second of our double bill of live commentaries this weekend. On Friday, we brought you a fantastic victory for Leeds, a famous victory 3-0 over Aston Villa at Villa Park. Now we travel south from Birmingham to North London, where we bring you Arsenal against Leicester City. And one or two surprises you might find in the team. Let me just give you the team. We're about 15 minutes away or so from kickoff. Kickoff's at 7:15, incidentally. So let me give you the two lineups, 2-11s, and I'll give you the benches and everything else later before the start. Arsenal lineup with Leno in goal, Bellerin, Darren Luiz, Gabriel and Tierney. Danny Ceballos, Xhaka, Partey, Saka, Lacazette, and Aubameyang further forward. As for Leicester, Kasper Schmeichel, their captain in goal. Fofana, Evans, Fuchs and Castang. Tielemans, Mendy, Justin and Pratt. Up front is Harvey Barnes. And I think we've missed someone out. I think we've missed Maddison as well. James Maddison is also in the Leicester lineup. I knew I'd missed one out. Anyway, Brendan Rodgers is just talking to the media here at the Emirates Stadium, but we're just getting into mode at the moment. Hopefully, you guys will be good with the comment section today. We had one or two troubles with certain people asking silly questions, so we refrain from you asking the questions and asking silly questions. Just comment about the game and what you're looking forward to tonight. Man in the match, of course. The voting for that will commence in the second half of the match. A little way through that. Maddison is going to play up front it's going to be Harvey Barnes up front. Jamie Vardy, in fact, is amongst the substitutes for Leicester tonight. Both teams coming in a little bit in different form. Arsenal had lost their last Premier League game to Manchester City, and Leicester lost theirs on the same day last week. They lost on the Saturday also. Leicester lost a week to the day against Aston Villa, surprisingly, 1-0 at the King Power. But they have won their midweek Europa games, so they're doing okay in that department. They've started well in those Europa games, but really league form they have to pick up. Leicester have dropped tonight from a solid start. Arsenal down in 10th place. But the signs are there for both sides if they can get some points together. Leicester have lost their last two, don't forget. And the last time they lost £300, Claude Puel was manager and was sacked. So I'm sure Brendan Rodgers will be feeling the heat if he doesn't get a real proper result here at the Emirates tonight. Earlier today, Everton took a bit of a hammering at Southampton. They lost out went down to the man sent off and lost 2-0 at St Mary's. And Wolves and Newcastle in the 4:30 match played out a 1-1 draw at Molineux. Both teams they're having slow starts to the season, but this should be a good game, I think, for the neutral. We picked a good game for you on Friday night. 3-0 Leeds won against Villa, who were quite frankly quite disappointing. And I just want to say the audience figures for that match on Friday, unbelievable. Over 1,200 of you tuned into the broadcast, and I want to thank every one of you, even the ones that abuse the comment section. And also, we're past 7. I've also got some very good news to tell you that we're past the 750 subscriber mark. And I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who subscribed, even if you've subscribed now or in the past. All my subscribers, all 752 of you, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Without you guys' support, I wouldn't have a channel that is doing this, and I wouldn't have the confidence to come on here every other week and bring you live commentaries and do stuff on Trevor's channel and do other stuff on my own other channels and things like that. I just wanted to say a big thank you to every single one of you who have backed us and have helped for the last 5 years. It really does help when you've got good support out there and people are backing what you want, backing what you can do. It's just backing, it's just great when people acknowledge your talents and stuff like that. And it's just brilliant. So I just want to thank all 750 of you, 52 of subscribers for that. And also, let's hit the 800 mark before the end of the year. It'd be nice to hit 800 subscribers. So tell your friends, tell your family who haven't subscribed yet, It would be good if we could do that. We're just waiting on the teams before we start here. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff. Just untangling some wires in the comm box here at the Emirates Stadium. We're a bit cramped for room this evening. I remember we did all these commentaries on a limited budget, so the budget isn't very high at JB Sports Towers. But what we do is bring you commentaries from which way, know how, and it's great that when you guys listen and you enjoy what we do every single week, you get a lot of pleasure from it as well. And that's always our aim, to bring pleasure to people who enjoy the game and things like that. People that can't get to a television and watch it like a lot of us can, and it would be great to obviously think that way. But we are live, and I'm looking forward to this game. Should be a cracker. Just making sure that I'm sounding okay. But this match should be a cracker. As I said, both teams struggling for a bit of form. Let me just run through the sides for you quickly. Leno, Bellerin, Deleuze, Gabriel, Tahini, Cabellos, Xhaka, Partey, Lacazette, Xhaka, and Aubameyang, Schmeichel, Fofana, Evans, Brooks, Castagna, Tielemans, Mendy, Justin, Pratt, Barnes, and Maddison. I'll just give you a little rundown of the two benches as well. Runnelson's the goalkeeper for Arsenal, Maitland-Niles, Nicola Pepe, Mustafi, El Nini, Joe Willock, and Eddie Nketiah. For Leicester City, Ward is the goalkeeper, former Huddersfield keeper in Liverpool. Wes Morgan, the club captain. Jamie Vardy, who played in midweek in that match on Thursday in the Europa League. Marco Brighton, Kenichi Eniacho, Unda, it's spelled under, but Unda, I think is how you pronounce it, and Chowdhury make up the substitutes. Just a word on the officials. Referee comes from Sheffield, 41 years of age, Craig Pawson. Assisted tonight by Ian Usen and Harry Leonard on the line with the flags. Fourth official tonight comes from Oxford, that's Graham Scott. VAR, hopefully Panini will, I think Panini owes us a turn on that as well. He'll be our VAR monitor tonight, hopefully, if he's there. If you're there, Panini, speak up. VAR, the official VAR down at Stockley Park is Paul Tierney, and he's assisted by Stephen Childs. We've got Panini on VAR, on our supplementary VAR on VAR duty tonight. Our supplementary VAR. And he doesn't need an assistant. He can see it for himself. So he doesn't need no assistance. That's for sure. But we're waiting for the kickoff. We're just literally about 5 minutes away from the start of this crucial game, really, for both sides. A win could propel them up the table. Some of the results have been a bit topsy-turvy. Been one or two controversial moments. Yes, certainly yesterday's games. Palace winning at Fulham. Manchester United and Chelsea playing out a damp squid of a draw. Liverpool coming from behind to beat Sheffield United. Also, Chelsea should have had a penalty in that match at Old Trafford, incidentally, yesterday. Of course, Billy Leeds, you know about. We're just waiting for the teams to emerge here below me at the Emirates Stadium, of course, home of Arsenal. And we're all set to go. They'll be all set to go. And as I said, thank you to each and every one of you that's taken the time to subscribe to us over the last sort of 4 or 5 years, especially since we've started doing audio commentary, because without you guys, we don't have a show and we don't have commentaries to bring you. Hopefully, this one will be a cracker. And so far, in any of our live games this season, when we've started off with the England match back in September, so far in our 7 or 8 live matches, we've not had a goalless draw yet. Let's hope that trend continues tonight and we get a really good match this evening. So we're all set to go now. This important match. Just waiting for the two teams to emerge from the tunnel here at a very deserted Emirates Stadium. Usually on a normal match day when there's no restrictions, there's 60,000 people that stream into this vast arena Three tiers all around. It's a bowl-shaped stadium, heavily lit, just about a quarter of a mile away from the old site at Highbury, which has seen its fair share of football dramas down the years. There's a banner just there saying "Class is permanent," and there's a big, and on the opposite side to me, it's a big yellow flag with the Gunners with a gun there, which is the symbol of Arsenal, and nicknamed the Gunners. Of course, we've got social distanced dressing rooms here. They'll both come out the same tunnel, I believe. Arsenal waiting to come out. Leicester City, a couple of the players already out there. Kasper Schmeichel, I can see. Christian Fuchs being another one. Referee just making sure that everything's up to scratch. And the Leicester players will go out first, as is tradition now in these tricky, tough times that we've got with the worldwide pandemic and everything else. I try not to use the word too much. Kevin is on. Kevin, our Crystal Palace fan. A good win for you guys yesterday against Fulham by 2-1. Will Sahar looking in fine fettle there. He's cheering for the Foxes. He's cheering. He's going to be a Leicester City supporter, I believe, today. And for those who haven't tuned into the latest episode of the match on the gaming channel for FIFA 21, why haven't you? And also, if you haven't subscribed to the gaming channel, please subscribe to the gaming channel. We're just seeing Jamie Vardy take his place in the stands. Now everybody's got to sit social distance, even if they're on the bench, which means they've got to sit in the stand, which is a completely new territory anyway. Leicester are the first ones out, and they'll be followed, of course, by Arsenal. There must be something in the region of 100 people in this vast arena, which holds something in the region of about 61,000. Of course, the atmosphere isn't as, a game like this I think the players, and certainly I, would prefer to commentate with 61,000 people blaring around us as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, eyes closed, sort of meditating as he makes his way to the halfway line in front of us. And then the Premier League anthem will come on through the tannoy, and they'll shake hands with each other. It just doesn't look the same, really. Arsenal against Leicester in a near-empty Emirates Stadium. Anyway, let's take a check on the two teams. Reacquaint you. 4-3-3, Lennon in goal, Bellerin, Louise, Gabriel and Tierney, the back four. Bellerin at right back, Tierney at left back. 3 in the midfield, 3 in the centre of midfield with Danny Ceballos, Thomas Partey, who's into the side, and Granit Xhaka of Switzerland. And up front, you've got Bako Saka, who's English, Lacazette in the centre, who's French, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from the Gabon. Runnison, Maitland-Niles, Nicola Pepe, Shodan Mustafi, Mohamed Al-Neni, Joe Willock, and Eddie Nketiah are all the Arsenal substitutes. Right, let's look at Leicester with Kasper Schmeichel, of course, son of Peter in goal. Fofana plays at left, right back. Evans and Fuchs, it's a 3 centre back. Fofana, Evans, and Fuchs. And then 5 in the midfield with Castagna, Tielemans, Mendy, Pratt, and Justin. Castagne on the left, on the right, Justin on the left. And then one in behind, that's James Maddison. And then the central striker will be Harvey Barnes. On the bench, Danny Ward, Wes Morgan, Jamie Vardy, surprise there, Mark Albrighton, Kelechi Iheanacho, Kinish Under, and Hamza Chowdhury are all the substitutes for Leicester tonight. Arsenal are going to play 4-3-3 with a back four, and then Ceballos, Partey, and Lacazette. Partey and Xhaka, Aubameyang will play on the left-hand side of the 3, Saka on the right, and Lacazette up front. And then obviously 3 at the back for Leicester, trying to match up with Arsenal's attack. Right, let's take a check on the officials before we start tonight's match. Craig Pawson, 41 years old, vastly experienced referee. He's been on the FIFA list for 5 years now. Comes from Sheffield in South Yorkshire. Home of another famous referee, Keith Hackett, of course, who refereed the 81 Cup final. Comes from the same city. 2 assistants tonight are Ian Husson and Harry Leonard. 4th official tonight is from Oxfordshire. That's Graham Scott. And the VAR boys, down at Stockley Park. Paul Tierney is the VAR ref, and he's assisted by Stephen Child. And we're all set to go then here at the Emirates Stadium. The final, another game to come. Should be a cracker of a match. And hopefully you'll all be enjoying it. Don't forget, keep your comments clean. Keep it relevant to the football. And we'll all do fantastically well. And they'll obviously take the knee before the start because of the racism stuff. There's a racism campaign on at the moment with the Premier League. As they take the knee, of course, as it's customary. And then Dennis Pratt will get us underway then. Leicester in the blue. They attack the goal to our left. Arsenal in red and white attack the goal to my right. The clock end at the Emirates. I nearly said Highbury then. As Fuchs gets an early throw in there towards the inside. Justin tries to control it. Back to Fuchs again. Infield this time for James Maddison. Maddison turns. Looks for his man. Finds number 24, which is Mendy. Now number 3 for Fofana. Number 3 at the back for Leicester this evening. Looking to avoid a third straight defeat. Lost at Aston Villa last week. Lost at home to Aston Villa last weekend. Won't want to repeat of that tonight as Evans gets the ball forward. Finds Christian Fuchs. Left-hand side. And here's Justin. Back to Fuchs again. Still, we're about a minute. 0-0. JB Sports Live commentary. Our second commentary of the weekend Premier League. On Friday, we brought you a terrific game at Villa Park, where Leeds ran riot in the second half, and as the ball comes forward, Leno's out of his goal with Justin there, and then it comes to Maddison, who tries to chip the goalkeeper back, and it goes over the top of the bar as Leno was off his line, having played sweeper keeper, cleared it away to about the 40-yard mark, and then Leno had to scamper back as Maddison tried the shot just on the left-hand side of the field. About 10 yards in from the left-hand touchline as he struck it left-footed towards goal, but he hit it very, very poorly, not very accurately enough, and didn't get the necessary dip for it to go underneath the crossbar and go in the back of the net. It went wide, as it also happens as well. We've had about nearly 2 minutes of the first half. That's the first big chance of the game. Well, it's sort of a half chance. I wouldn't say it was a big chance. Mikel Arteta now in his first full season at the club, having taken over last season from Umar Emery, who had a wretched start with Arsenal last year, and they ended up, I think, finishing about 8th place, but they won the FA Cup. They've also won, in Arteta's time, the Community Shield. It was also formerly Pep Guardiola's right-hand man up at Manchester City. Lots of people thought he might have took the Everton job and Ancelotti take the Arsenal job, but it turned out to be the opposite way around. As Tierney has it on the far side. Picks out Aubameyang. Good turn. Picks out number 7, Saka. And he gets a corner for it, the defender. So an opportunity here. Fofana was the defender. But on the right-hand side of a free-prone defense, centre-back defense. Sunday Night Football here live on JB Sports. Hello, Russ. How you doing? I'm doing very well. How are you doing, Russ? Good win for Leeds. Got them up. Put them up to third at one point. Sure, they'll drop down a couple of places since then, but they're right in that top half as that corner comes in and it's off the post and it's been glanced in. I don't know who got the touch. I think David Luiz is getting the congratulations, but the flag has gone up for an offside decision. Linesman on the near side is flagging. Arsenal are not happy with the decision. They think the goal is legal, and in fact, the referee agrees with the linesman. Now, what happened here? There we are. Xhaka, offside, is interfering with play. That's why it wasn't given. Lacazette's header. And in fact, the goal, is the goal. Now, what's happened here? Is the goal not given? No, it hasn't been given. And quite rightly so. I think there was a man, which was Xhaka, interfering with play. And the linesman and the referee, in my opinion, were right. I didn't think it needed to go to VAR, quite honestly, but all decisions are checked by the people down at Stockley Park. So Kasper Schmeichel has the free kick. He takes it right-footed, goes towards the left of the out of the field towards the near side, and there's a bit of dispute who gets the throw. It's a Leicester ball, so a blue ball then. Well, like I said, 40 given Arsenal an early lead as his header glancing off the post, but Xhaka was interfering with play. Justin now down the left-hand side for Leicester. Nearly trailed 1-0 in this game, but still remains 0-0 at the moment. And Justin now has the ball. I think this should be a good game. This, I think, we've got a. I think we've got a real match here on our hands here. As once again, we're having 1 or 2 technical difficulties again as we go past the 5-minute mark, and our commentary box feed has frozen on us. I don't know what's happened here. I'm tapping the monitor. They give us the most dodgiest equipment here at all the grounds we go to. We're having, as I said, we're having 1 or 2 technical issues here again. So hopefully we'll get it back. We'll get some moving pictures as well, so we can bring you. I tend to keep an eye on the monitor more than I do anything else. So the monitors comes as a very good effect for me. At the moment we're having, as I say, 1 or 2 difficulties. I don't know if it's the weather or 1 or 2 other bits, but it's still 0-0. Just to remind you, Premier League live. Early today, Wolves played out a 1-1 draw with at the moment with Newcastle. We're just waiting to see if the gremlins clear, but unfortunately we're having real difficulties here trying to. Well, it is a bit of a disappointment when you can. Well, we'll hang on there. I'm not actually, Kevin. I'm not doing the Burnley match tomorrow. Also clashes with Trevor's match, Trevor's sports night as well. So I'll be watching it as a fan. I've already done 3 Burnley games this season, Kevin, and I've brought them nothing but bad luck in all 3 of them. 1 against Leicester, 1 against Southampton, which Burnley should have won, but didn't. And then we had that League Cup type home to Manchester City, which was lost 3-0. So we're just going to have to bear with us again for a couple of minutes. This always happens when I get on the com box. So we'll just bear with us for a second or 2, and we'll get back on for you as we just wait to get back. As I say, I'll keep you up to date with what's going on elsewhere. Southampton had a good result the other day. This afternoon against Everton. It was a real turn up for the Bucks job, that one. As they won 2-0. It's always a bit difficult at the moment when you're trying to do stuff, but I always like to commentate up on monitor. I'm very fussy that sort of way. I'm a very fussy sort of commentator in that sense. Hopefully we'll get some moving pictures back, and we can give you a real proper feel things. But we're having 1 or 2 technical issues here tonight. It really is. I don't know what's going on with these. I don't know what's going on with the connections here at the Emirates, but there's something going on. Our commentary boxes always give me the dodgiest commentary boxes. I don't know why. At the moment, we're not getting anywhere fast. I'll try and keep you updated with the score. I might have to play reporter for the next sort of 5 minutes or so, and just and then we continue commentary once we're back up and running again. And let's have a look what's going on at the moment. I'll have to try and play reporter. So obviously a goal was ruled out for offside. Just waiting. Hopefully we can get some football back on for you. It is very difficult at the moment. Xhaka's free kick come off the wall, still 0-0. We are very, as I say, we're not. As I say, we're not blessed with a big budget here at JB Sports. But what we try and do is try and give you a match if we can. Try and do as best we can with these commentaries, and hope and pray that we get a good one for you. We're just waiting. Just waiting to get back in there. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Mike Garlick is a bit of a monster when it comes to this sort of thing. We are trying to get the Arsenal game. We are trying to get the best commentary in the world back up for you. I know it's difficult. I am frustrated, but at the moment it's still 0-0, and we're still not on yet. Evans has just made a great challenge. Still 0-0. Russie's keeping you updated, folks, so don't worry. You hopefully will not have missed any goals at this point. Get back in song with the game, and but it is a frustration. At the moment, we're gonna try and get back. We will get the match back at some point. As soon as these gremlins are cleared up, we can continue commentary and take a little bit of pressure off Russ at the moment. He's giving us reports at the moment. So Evans has just made a great chance to deny Bellerin. We will keep you updated with the game. At the moment, I can't produce any commentary, which is a little bit frustrating. At the moment, we're just having... Oh, here we are. We are back live now. Hopefully, we're back live. It's just freeze for a little bit. Hopefully, it'll sort itself out and keep running. We were hoping for something there, but it's still not north. There's been nothing. I'm just sad that we can't bring you any commentary at the moment. I can't give you any commentary at the moment. Hopefully we can bring you some in the next couple of minutes. At the moment, we've got Russ on emergency reporting duty here. This is why we have more than one member of staff on at any one time. So it is a little bit frustrating, but we will try and get you a commentary. We'll try and get the commentary restarted for you as soon as we can. I'm just having one or two, as I say, technical issues. As soon as we can as soon as we've sorted ours out, we will get back commentating again, I promise you. Still 0-0, incidentally. Early today, Wolves won their match as well. Well, at the moment, we can't seem to find anything at the moment. We are absolutely looking. We want to get back to commentating, that's for sure. We want to get back to the commentary. At the moment, we can't seem to do it at the moment. We're having one or two technical issues. That's still 0-0, as I say. Hopefully we'll be. I can't, unfortunately. We're back live now. We're back. We've got game. We've got some moving pictures back. 0-0 at the quarter of a minute out, and commentary will now start. Thank you, Russ, for your kind help as well over the last sort of 2 or 3 minutes. So we're back live with the action now. Here's Christian Fuchs now for Leicester. It's still 0-0, by the way. And we are back live with you now. Hopefully all the way to the end without any proper gremlins to worry about. As number 3, Fofana gets the ball back to Kasper Schmeichel. It's still 0-0. You haven't missed anything. No goals have been missed. Justin gets the ball forward, looking towards Harvey Barnes, who's playing up front tonight. Here's Partey now, looking to run at his man. He's got a player on the far side. This is Kieran Tierney. Takes on Castagna, and he tries to go by his man. Good football by Tierney. Now Saka on the near side, on the far side. Gets it back in field. Jacqueline takes possession. 16 minutes gone. It's 0-0 at the Emirates Stadium. The game live. John JB back on commentary duty. And we're back now commentating audio commentary at a very deserted Emirates Stadium. There must be at least 100 people inside the stadium, including all sorts of press and media and Christ knows what else. It's all a bit eerie around here. It's hard to commentate when there's no atmosphere in the ground. It is very difficult. But at the moment, it's still 0-0, and hopefully you're listening to us here. Wherever you are around the world, let me know where you're listening to us around the world. We had somebody the other night from Los Angeles, which was quite extraordinary. So in the 17th minute here at the Emirates, thank you, as I say, to Russ for his help over the last sort of 5 minutes, helping us out there with the commentary, with a bit of reporting. He's also our reporter, and once we've got better facilities, the PlayStation 4 properly sorted out, Russ, Trevor, and Chris will be back amongst our commentary team to help me throughout the season as Jamie Vardy looks on from the stands. Of course, substitutes have to now spread out more than 2 meters apart. It's not the sort of words I want to. When I first started out 5 years ago, I'd be preferring my commentaries with. But there you go. This is James Maddison turning on the halfway line. Gets a good ball forward towards Castagna on the far side. Can Castagna get a good cross in there? Can. Justin was in the middle. And it came away. And Tillemans picks the ball up. Christian Fuchs takes possession. Finds James Maddison. Maddison looking for options. He's got one in Mendy. Now Johnny Evans inside the Arsenal half on the left-hand side. Christian Fuchs back inside. I will, once this attack peters out, I will have a word. I will take a look at this comment from AJ Barrett. Good evening to you, AJ. It comes from Deltona, Florida. Good to have you on board with us all the way in Florida State. As Justin can't keep that in play, it will be an Arsenal throw-in. AJ, good to have you with us, buddy. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications, because there'll be plenty more live football commentaries where we're coming from. Hopefully, we'll be able to bring you a Champions League game involving an English side on Wednesday night. Watch this space for that. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to Trevor Sports channel, subscribe. Myself, Russ, Chris Whiteman, who's a commentator with us, and Trevor, who's a moderator, and hopefully we'll be doing some of the presenting later on. We commentate on PES 2020, and we do the Premier League, do our own version of Match of the Day, or his version. We just participate, Ross, Chris and I. We play, Russ plays Trevor Gubbert, Chris plays Trevor Tilsley, and I play the one and only Trevor Motson, with Trevor playing, obviously, Davis, Trevor Davis. And every Thursday night, there's a Match of the Day. I was in Chris Vernon then. Yeah. Yeah, I nearly did take Chris Vernon, didn't I? As Bellerin goes in hard. No foul, says Tierney. But not Tierney. Craig Paulson, the referee. So join Trevor. Champions League sports nights tomorrow, and then every Thursday he does an hour-long Match of the Day with two main features, and then all the goals from all the other games. And me, Chris, Russ, and Trevor, we all alternate in the Trevor Sports commentary box each week, and you'll have all four of us listening to us tomorrow. That's why I will not be on covering Burnley, because I obviously want to give time for Trevor's channel. Also, I appear on that one episode tomorrow, and I don't want to miss that. Anyway, here's like I said, onside, far side here, back to the real world. Here's Saka inside the penalty area. Saka shoots towards the near post. Gathered in at the nearby Kasper Schmeichel, the son, of course, of Peter, and something in common between the two of them. They both won at least one Premier League title. Kasper winning his in 2016 on that with Leicester on that famous season where they just went from strength to strength under the previous manager Claudio Ranieri. But Leicester have given possession away whilst I was watching a replay of the Saka chance, and now number 6 Gabriel has possession towards the far side. Finds number 7 Saka wearing Kevin Campbell's old shirt and David Platt's old shirt. Aubameyang with the header inside the 6-yard area, heads it over the bar, and a goal kick to Leicester with 21 and a half minutes gone. We're almost past the halfway stage of the first half. Keep commenting, keep your comments clean, keep your comments respectful. We are a family program. We're intended for all members of the family, whether you're a man or a woman or a youngster or a young boy or girl. We're here to suit all the family. These commentaries are there. We're family orientated at the channel. We're not like the True Geordie where he just swears on end. We're not like that. And I just want to say thank you to all the people. You may have heard me say it, but thank you to everyone that tuned in on Friday. It was a great success. 1,200 of you around the world tuned in for that 3-0 Leeds victory. And we were glad to bring that to you live on JB Sports. As we are, this game is Johnny Evans gets the ball back to Kasper Schmeichel, takes a touch. Lacazette's on the scene, but he's about 5 or 10 yards away as Schmeichel has all the time in the world to get the ball clear over the halfway line. Dennis Pratt flicks on, but Gabriel should get that back. No, he's headed out towards the far side, and Granit Xhaka had to run a little bit to keep that in play, which he did, and then the ball was hooked away again by Gabriel. Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0 here at the Emirates Stadium. Premier League. 2 more matches tomorrow. Brighton and against West Brom kick-off at 5:30. Then my team are in action at 8 p.m. against Tottenham, but none of those games will be live on this channel as I'll be as I'm on with other commitments tomorrow as the ball comes in and it's Kasper Schmeichel's take. So as well as watching Trevor's programme tomorrow, because I'm a big part of that, I will be watching Burnley as a fan as well simultaneously on television. Burnley match kicks off at 8 o'clock, but I will be doing a review video later that evening of how Burnley got on. So we will be doing a little review. It might be a little bit X-rated. If we do X-rated videos on this program, we make sure that it isn't visible for all under 18s to look at. Because there's a thing now, is it intended for kids? Can you restrict? Because you have got an option now to age restrict certain bits of content. Believe me, I'm a passionate Burnley fan, but I am very unbiased. Even when Burnley are playing, I mean, I commentated last time on them against Manchester City, and I thought Manchester City were far better the side than Burnley were on the night when they knocked us out the Carabao. So it is what it is. And if Burnley aren't playing well, I will let people know about that. I'm 100%. I'd never try to be too biased when my team are playing. I'll call it as I see it, and I'll try and be as honest as possible as we can. It's even Stevens at the moment with 24 minutes gone. Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. Arsenal attacking the clock end to my right in the first half. David Luiz inside the Leicester half. Plays it to number 6, Gabriel. Gabriel looking for an option on the left. Finds it in Tierney, but he has to go back, sadly, for Arsenal to Granit Xhaka. And then Thomas Partey gets the touch. New signing, of course. It's a long ball towards Bellerin. Bellerin gets the cross back, and Johnny Evans gets the ball out for a corner. Much better that from Arsenal. Good football. Very patient build up that. And took their time. And Bellerin timed his run superbly. The cross, I don't think it was a particularly good cross, actually, from Bellerin. He was very fortunate, in fact, to get a corner out of that. A lot of Johnny Evans, in fairness to him, couldn't have been too sure where his markers were. So, in essence, he probably did the right thing, taking it out for a corner. Please keep commenting as the corner comes in. It's headed away off the near post. Thank you, Russ. 1,200 people listened. I think that was more than what the television got, I think, for the box office. See, we bring our matches to 3. If Sky and B, but there has been a news this last 48 hours that the box office, the pay-per-view games, have not been a great success in terms of television figures. I think that has something to do with the £16 or so you have to pay for an individual match. I think that's ridiculous in this country. I mean, I don't know what the systems are like abroad. I know the Premier League's quite a bit abroad, and we've got a number of people listening to us tonight who are living in Florida, Kevin, of course, in New Zealand. We had someone from Los Angeles as well the other night, which was quite good. I was being held. Yeah, you made it when you made it to Los Angeles. Your voice has made it all the way from England to Los Angeles. So you've made it in life when you've made it to the big state. We've been heard in the Big Apple as well, in probably in the new World Trade Centers as well, and probably heard in the Empire State. Who knows? But we've gone worldwide. We are worldwide, and here's you guys listening to the commentary completely and utterly free of charge. We don't pay. We don't charge people to listen to our commentaries. We do it. We give up our time for absolutely nothing to bring you some commentary, to bring you some entertaining commentary as well. In the US, they show the games on the NBC network Peacock. That's a new channel on me. Is that named after Captain Peacock off what's that comedy back in the 70s called with Captain Peacock in it? That's the one. Are you being served? I'm free. Anyway, enough of my John Inman impression. Let's get back to the game. Here's David Luiz on the ball now. Big curled, big frizzy head, centre back looking to go forward. He gets the ball out towards Tierney on the far side there. Once again, we're having difficulties with the pictures. It's not going well. It's not going well, this broadcast tonight, is it? We're having one or two issues. Hopefully we'll get the commentary back quicker than we did last time. There's always one way to skin a cat, I suppose. At the moment we're having one or two difficulties. Still 0-0. So Russell will have to run back. I was going to say run back, but at the moment, I think have we got the game back? No, we haven't. We have now. Schmeichel's got the ball from across, and we can continue commentary. This is what happened. Tierney with the cross, and that was an easy one. In fact, it was Lacazette's back header, which fell into Schmeichel's hands. We almost missed a goal. Oh dear, Christian Fuchs stood on the ball, and it's let it go for a throw. 27 minutes gone. It's still Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. Premier League football coming to you on JB Sports. Live audio commentary. Keep commenting in the comment section. Tell us where you are and are you enjoying the commentary, because we like to make sure that you are enjoying it. And of course, there's 40 of you listening to us right now, and that's great news. It's great to know that we give up our time here at JB Sports. We don't get paid for doing this. We do it on our own back. We don't charge people any pennies. We do it off our own back. We don't want to get paid for it. We want to bring entertainment and bring you the best things. Alternative commentary. Meanwhile, Tierney's got him round the back. Lacazette! Oh, he misses from 6 yards out when it was easier possibly to score. In fairness to him, he was probably got 2 to 3 defenders again. Kieran Tierney put a very good cross in there, the former Celtic man. It was a lovely ball, crossfield ball from David Luiz. Picked him out. Poor defending, really, from Leicester. And he did have a high foot from Christian Fuchs to cope with as well, Lacazette, which made the chance that little bit more difficult than as I first thought. But that was very poor defending from the Belgian Castagna. The header just going wide, but as I say, Fuchs probably got a touch on that, I think. Even though his foot was a little bit on the high side. It wasn't a foul or anything, but it was just, maybe just probably put it off a little bit. Here comes the corner from the near side. It's headed away by Leicester. Stream of blue shirts now leading in charge with James Maddison. And Mendy leads the charge. And here goes Harvey Barnes, son of former Burnley striker, former Burnley and York City striker Paul. He's been brought down. And a free kick. Harvey Barnes, if you're not familiar with him, but those who are listening abroad, Harvey Barnes is as I said, he's the son of former York City and Burnley striker Paul. And in fact, he was born in Burnley at the same time as Paul was playing his trade at Turf Moor. Little Harvey Barnes fact there for you. Paul Barnes never made it to the top flight in his professional career. He had a good career in the lower leagues. I think he made it into the Championship, maybe, one for a couple of seasons, but League One was always the third tier of the English football was always his level. Here's his son Harvey now on the ball, running towards the area, needs support in the middle, and has done actually quite well to get a ricochet off one of the defenders, Arsenal defenders, and win a corner for it. Getting the ball there from, I think it was Tillemans, and it came off David Luiz. Leno tried to catch it before it crossed the line, which it didn't. And a corner it is. Keep commenting in the comment section. If you are listening abroad, tell me where you are and we'll give you a mention. Of course, keep your comments clean. No swearing, no nothing like that. And we'll be quite happy to do that. Robert Booth as well is a new subscriber. Hello, welcome aboard, Robert. You are 453rd, 753rd subscriber. Welcome aboard to our lovely club, the JB Club. Aubameyang has the ball for Arsenal, finds Hector Bellerin. Bellerin now looking to dart to it, the right-hand side. Lacazette, he was turned and fouled there, quite viciously there by Christian Fuchs. 31 and a half minutes gone, and referee Craig Pawson from Sheffield in West York, South Yorkshire, gets a yellow card, not far from where Russ lives, actually, at South Yorkshire. Sheffield's not far from where our resident reporter and commentator Russ Burnham lives. Also, Mr. Gubber on Trevor Sports. Obviously, if you are new to this channel, go on to the Trevor Sports YouTube channel. It's in the style of the old BBC Sport, of course. Don't even know what that is. Hagwong Asong. Cracking little name, that. Tyler. I'm not Martin Tyler. I'm just my own self. Here's the free kick. Capellos hits it towards the edge of the penalty area. A couple of Arsenal players dealing with that. Away by Johnny Evans inside the penalty area. Out to Thomas Partey on the left-hand side. Uses Xhaka. Goes back to Xhaka. And then it's back to Tierney, who's gone a little bit more in field in the last 5 minutes or so. David Luiz is now taking the old Tierney role on the left-hand side. Danny Cabellos has possession now on halfway. Runs about 15 yards inside the Leicester half. Halfway inside the Leicester half, and then plays an awful ball, really. Given away to Dennis Pratt, who now plays it back. And in the end, another foul there. One or two, he's from Tyler, Texas. Oh, Texas. Yeah, I'm with you now. Texas. Anyway, meanwhile, there's a foul by Lacazette here on Fofana. One or two meaty challenges in the last 5 minutes. The referee has he booked Lacazette for that? I think he ought to. In this day and age, I mean, 20, 30 years ago, a tackle like that would be deemed legal. Not in this day and age, obviously. And Fofana is being tended to. Meanwhile, we're watching a rerun of the goal that got disallowed. Xhaka was penalised, as it turned out, brusquely by the ref and the assistant for interfering with play when he was offside. And he was in Schmeichel's line of sight as well. So that's why the goal got chalked off. And I think the linesman, referee and VAR, not that VAR needed to intervene, need to stick their nose in, by the way, but all three counts, but all three of them were absolutely 100% correct. That goal should not stand. And that's why we stand still at 0-0 here with 11 minutes for the post-stoppage time to go in the first half. We will take a 10-minute break for me to make myself a cup of Tetley tea or get myself a cup of Tetley tea. If they have Northern tea down here in London. I hope they do. Tetley's a proper Northern cuppa. I expect northern things. I do take my cup of tea with me. This gives me a taste of home because it's tea from up north of England. Because I'm a Northern Englander from just outside of Manchester as the free kick comes in towards Justin on the edge of the area, but it will fall for Leno inside the Arsenal area. Still 0-0 if you've joined us late. Goal ruled out for Arsenal early doors when, like I said, 40 scored in off the post, but there was a man offside, which was Xhaka interfering with play right on the line in front of Schmeichel, which actually interfered with Schmeichel's eyesight or his inability to see the ball, hence why the goal was chalked off. I think the linesman and referee were right in the first instance. There was no need really for VAR to get involved. Schmeichel puts the ball on the ground from his hands and then kicks towards the left-hand side. Christian Fuchs heads on. Justin is there, tackled fairly there by Luiz. He thought the throwing was his, but it's a Leicester City ball. Still 0-0. We do say what we try and do on these commentaries, because they're audio commentaries, we try and say the score every 2 to 3 minutes and how long's gone because we want to keep people in touch. But it's 0-0 if you've just joined us. But Arsenal have had a goal ruled out for offside as Tierney comes forward now, based by the other number 3. Fofana seems to have recovered from his injury. Oh, and Tierney's pushed Fofana and Saka. It's an Arsenal ball, but there was no need for Tierney there to push his man, push Fofana there. Maybe Arsenal in a hurry to try and get on with it. They want to try and put that disallowed goal out of their mind and score an opener. Leicester have lost their last 2. Now, last Premier League outing, they lost to a late goal from Aston Villa. Lost 1-0 a week ago to the very evening because they played at the same time last evening at the King Power, but lost 1-0. We've featured them a couple of times in both wins as well. And this is the third time we've covered Leicester this year. It's the first time we've covered Arsenal on the channel. Covered Leicester, as I say, on opening day against West Brom when they won 3-0 and then beat Burnley 4-2 the next Sunday when we covered that one live. And incidentally, it was Burnley's first match of the season. For some of these players, it will be some of these teams. It'll be 6. Villa, Burnley. Well, Burnley have only played 4 matches. Villa have played 5. United have played 5, and Man City have played 5. And there's been some breaking transfer news from Russ. Ahmed Aghazi has joined Saudi Arabian outfit Al Ittihad club from West Bromwich Albion, apparently. So I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. That's a little bit of transfer news, but that's just brought to us in the last sort of couple of minutes. Russ is not only a commentator for us when we get the PlayStation Forum, stuff like that, and we get connected and stuff, but we also he's also our resident reporter and gives me all the stats and facts and figures before I prep a live commentary. He's very good that way, and as I say, he's very good himself. As I say, look at Trevor Sports' YouTube channel. He plays Trevor Gubber in that, and I have to say he does a fantastic job. You'll be appearing on that tomorrow night, and I hope you all subscribe to Trevor Sports channel. I'll leave a link in the description below after commentary's finished here tonight, and then you can make up your own minds. I mean, then you can try and subscribe to his channel. Please do. He needs to subscribe. He's up to almost 400, up to over 400 now. I'm going to help him get to over 1,000 if I can, because he's a very good YouTuber. Plus a lot of labour have put into it. Give him a try. He's a fantastic YouTuber and he does really well. Take you back to the olden days of what BBC Sport used to be like before the likes of Lineker and people like that ruined it. Anyway, here comes David Luiz on halfway for Arsenal. I nearly said Chelsea then. The ball hit there, up there, knocked in there towards Saka. I almost lost. I nearly said, almost lost for words then for a second or two. It's been a long day. Tomorrow, there's Brighton against West Brom, and of course Burnley against Tottenham Hotspur. That's to come tomorrow, but none of the games will be live here. Anyway, here's Aubameyang trying to shot from about 25 yards, and I think he got a deflection. I think it might have hit his arm man, actually. The shot from Aubameyang, and it's gone whittling behind, I think, for, is it the goal kick? Well, plenty of food for thought for Mikel Arteta. His team have just about been the better side. They've certainly attacked more than what Leicester have done, unsurprisingly, but thus far, no breakthrough as yet in this game. As I thought, it is a goal kick. It's a cold evening here, as it was at Villa Park on Friday night. Hope you enjoyed your extra hour in bed. Not that anyone wants an extra hour of 2020 after everything not away from the game has happened. And the sooner we get football supporters back into these top flights, into league grounds around the country, the better. As that ball is spread towards Dennis Pratt. Now then, he backheels it, but he's backheeled it straight to Saka. And Castan wasn't there, and that could be a yellow card for Tielemans. He fouls Saka from behind. And I think Tielemans knows his fate. Yellow card. He knew Tielemans. It was Dennis Pratt who put him in trouble. And then Saka went on a marauding run down the far side, and Tielemans brought him down. And the replay is just freezing again. I get the worst facilities, and yet I'm one of the best commentators in the business. We'll try and get the action back for you in the last 5 minutes. I'll be glad when it's half time, quite frankly, and I can have 10 minutes break, because it's been a chasing in first half all the while. Still 0-0. Russell will have to break out his reporting skills again, I think. If there's any chances or anything that goes close, he will be able to bring you them live. Until then, I can't bring you any commentary, but I will. Hopefully, when we get moving pictures, we'll get the commentary back, and then you'll be able to enjoy my thing. Russ said he had Germany-England, that's the women's friendly match, lined up for the next commentary game, but it was called off due to the COVID-19 situation. Yeah, this is the trouble now. COVID-19 is really giving it trouble. We have got a picture, but he isn't moving at the moment. Still 0-0 as we go into the final 3 minutes, and we are back now, moving again. Looking in it, and just in time to tell you that the attempts, Arsenal have had 11 attempts, Leicester just the one. We can't do that. It's audio commentary for a reason. Russ, take him off. We don't cater for questions like that. We are not showing the screen. It's my decision, my YouTube channel. Thank you very much indeed, Russ. We don't have time. You don't appreciate what we're doing, then we won't appreciate you. That's the way we work. Anyway, here's Justin now for Leicester, running towards the edge of the penalty area. And also, if we showed any live moving pictures of the footage, we'd be done for copyright. I've got my channel's dignity to protect as well. I don't care what you think, and you're going to be hidden as well. If you don't like us, turn us off. If you don't like it, turn us off. 6 moderators, if you don't like what we're seeing, and also you swore, so you will not be appearing on this channel again. Please, folks, whatever, for heaven's sake, do not swear. We are a family show. I must repeat myself 1,000,000 times a commentary. If you don't enjoy the commentary, don't listen to it. There are other people that do enjoy it, and we cater for those. We don't cater for the mass ranks. And I'm going to probably spend 5 minutes before the start of the second half actually having a bit of a rant about it, because the last couple of commentaries, one or two, just a minority of people, one or two of them have been abusing the comment section for their own means to get their message across and swearing. It will not be tolerated, and you will be kicked off YouTube. You'll be kicked off this channel and will not be appearing again. But I am going to have a little rant before the second half because it needs to be said. Very disappointing. If you don't enjoy the game, if you're not enjoying what we're bringing you, fine, but don't swear and don't say we're this and that and the other, because we're not. I couldn't care less if you thought it was rubbish. I'd rather lose one listener to have 3 or 4 good listeners. And that's my opinion. As the ball is knocked forward, it's easy for me, James, to say that. But remember, we've got subscribers as young as 9 or 10 years old that listen to our streams and listen to our commentary streams, and we are there for that reason. And we don't want youngsters listening to this. We don't want youngsters to be seeing that. Anyway, back to the match, and we're going to get back to the commentary now. 2 other minutes at the end of the first half. Arsenal had a goal disallowed, quite rightly, for offside. Maybe not, but it's not fair to insult. Maybe not. But just let's keep the comments clean. And I will be ranting on at certain. I have to say, the vast majority of you tonight have been very good on the comment section. It's the minority that have spoilt it a little bit, and I will have to, and I'm going to reiterate it at half time for everybody. But we'll take a 10-minute break at the end of the first half, because I need one after the first half we've had here. No goals as yet. But the funny thing is, we always guarantee goals usually when we do these games. Not at a 0-0 just yet. I don't want to jinx it, but I've got to go by my stats. And I can't be that bad if 1,200 people and 750 odd subscribers listening along to what I do. So, if you like me, fine. If you don't like me, switch me off. I'm no skin off my nose. Anyway, here's Lacazette now, midway inside the Leicester half. The ball comes back, and it'll be blasted away by Schmeichel. 40 seconds of the 2 minutes to go, as Gabriel picks the ball up midway inside his own half on the left-hand side. Now, I think they've got a good... They've got Pepe on the bench, but apart from that, it's more or less as you would expect, James, in terms of the squad. Leno, Bellerin, Luiz, Gabriel, Tierney, Cabas, Xhaka, Partey, Saka, Lacazette and Aubameyang up front. Jamie Vardy, if you didn't know, is only starting on the bench tonight for Leicester. Anyway, 3 seconds to go now as Arsenal look to launch one last attack before I'm sure Craig Pawson from Sheffield will blow the final half-time whistle, which he does on cue about 10 seconds after the 2 minutes had gone past. So 0-0. But the big moment, and I think the referees and the assistant was right here. Also had a goal disallowed. As the corner came in, Lacazette flicked it in off the post, but on the line there was Granit Xhaka interfering, obviously, with Schmeichel. Leicester really haven't threatened us far. They've had the one shot at goal. It's all been Arsenal at the moment, but they haven't been able to, apart from the offside goal, they haven't really been able to break down Leicester City. And that was the one shot that I'm just seeing on the replay where James Maddison tried to chip the goalkeeper in the opening exchanges. Arsenal have tried. Lacazette's come very close on a number of occasions. James goes on to say, Liverpool fan here, but Thomas Partey for Arsenal looks like a good player. I think once he gets back into the swing of things, James, I think he'll get used to the pace of the Premier League. I think he will be a terrific player for Arsenal. Right, we're going to take 10 minutes because I need to go and make myself a cup of Tetley tea. Proper Northern tea, mate, proper Northerner. And then we'll hopefully be back with the second half, but there'll be one or two things, serious matters I will need to get off my chest before we start second half commentary. But the news here at the Emirates is that Arsenal are being held by Leicester City at half time. It's Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Emirates Stadium, where I've got my Darjeeling alongside me in the commentary box to keep me warm. Put some extra protection on, and it's bitterly freezing, but the scoreline reads 0-0. Also, I've had a goal disallowed. Right, before the second half, serious time now. We usually have banter, but today I don't feel like having a little bit of banter at the moment because I am seriously and utterly disappointed with a minority of people that have abused yet again. Twice in 2 days, one or two people have not followed the rules as regards the comment section. We are a family program. I'm going to tell you the rules, and then I'm not going to tell you again for the rest of the thing, because quite honestly, as the vast actually, before I go into rant mode, I just want to say the majority of you have been fantastically well behaved on the comment section. You've spoken, you've joined in. It's been great fun, and I've enjoyed every single second of it. The good people that have tuned in, and I just want to thank for people that have subscribed to me as well this evening as well, and certainly on Friday night as well to take us past 750. Amazing stuff. There'll be a video, a happy video on that. But I'm going to turn serious for the next 5 minutes because it needs to be said. There was one or two comments on there that were not up to, that were totally and utterly out of order. We do not, firstly, we do not, repeat, not condone swearing on the comment section. That is against our rules. Secondly, some wisecracker asked, can we show the match? Show actual moving pictures of the match? The answer is no. And the reason why I say audio commentary as opposed to showing match action is for one reason and one reason only. We are not allowed to show moving pictures on YouTube, even if it's a live stream of a moving football match. We could get copyright striked. And we could end up with the channel gone. And that's disappointing for 750 subscribers who like the format just the way it is. So for that reason, no. Thirdly, I will not tolerate any swearing, any hatred towards me. If you don't like the show, if you don't like what we do, then turn me off and do your own show. I don't mind. But don't swear at me or don't insult me, because let it be said, we have 7 or 8 different moderators on, and we could have 3 or 4 on at any one time, and you will be taken off and you'll never appear on the channel ever again as a commenter on the comment section. And we'll make sure of that. And YouTube will be notified and you will be off YouTube. I have to make these things crystal clear, folks. It's like the last 2 matches I've done it. I've been a couple of years ago, I had to take the comment section down for about 4 or 5 weeks because there were certain people not taking the rules in. So I shut down the comment section for 5 weeks and it seemed to work. Now, I don't want to take the comment section down. I don't want to be a killjoy. I never want to be a killjoy. But at the moment, there's a minority that might push me to do that because I don't want to be subject to being sworn at or abused online. Now, I don't mind. I do the commentaries off my own back. I do them because I enjoy doing them. I like giving you guys something to listen to. And, and it's nice to get an alternative view from anybody that works on BBC or whatever. But if you don't like the show, turn me off and do your own show. It's easy. You just get a microphone, a pair of headphones, watch the match, pay $15.99 to watch the match, and do your own stream. No problem. But don't come on mine and then say I'm rubbish and I'm bad at this sort of thing. I've got subscribers. I've got nearly 760. I had over 1,200 people around the world listening to me last week. On last Friday, which is probably more than what Sky got for their BT got for their pay-per-view offering, and I paid for it. So if you want to comment respectfully. If you want to shout out during the match, I will shout out. I'll be more than happy to do that. What you don't do is swear or make derogatory comments towards me or any of my regulars on this channel. That will not be tolerated. Russ is there. Trevor's there most of the time. Panini, several other people. They're there as moderators as well as listening to me because they are part of my channel and proud to have them as part of my channel. Chris as well. We're all here. If you don't like if you don't like it, then there you are, another one. If you can't abide by the rules, don't bother tuning in. Do your own show. And then you come back to me. You come back to me when you see how difficult it is. It's difficult to put a show together on hardly any budget. I do my own prep. I do my own preparation. I put a lot of work into it. And I will not have people swearing at me or giving me abuse because I'm this, that, and the other. No need for it. Anyway, rant over. I hope people have listened to what I've got to say. And to the majority of you that have enjoyed it, thank you very much. And we're away in the second half. No changes as I can see from either side. The rant's over. I hope I've made my point. Now that I've made my point, hopefully you guys can respect it. Arsenal 0, Leicester 0 as we get underway in the second half. Early today, Wolves and Newcastle drew 1-1. And Everton were beaten 2-0 by Southampton. Everton lost Luka Dean. They are going to do away with the idea. At the moment that is the case, but Sky and BT have come out, Kevin, in the last 48 hours and said that they're going to refuse to charge people because people are boycotted. In fact, there's been stories abounded that people have been donating to food banks at certain Premier League clubs like Newcastle and Burnley, and Liverpool fans have all contributed their fee they would have spent to contribute to the food banks or to the Marcus Rashford thing, which the government, sadly, in this country, in the UK, Boris Johnson, I hope you're listening, Boris, have turned a blind eye to. And sadly, my local MP, Andrew Stevenson, I'm going to name and shame him as well, voted against Marcus Rashford's scheme, which I thought was a disgrace. Anyway, enough about politics and more about the football. As we get underway, 0-0, if you join us, we're about a minute and a half into the second half. 0-0. Here's Cabellos on the ball for Arsenal, about 10 yards inside the Leicester half. Leicester attacking the clock end. They would have been attacking the end where their supporters would have been. And it is sad when you're forced to pay 15 quid. I pay it for the match experience. I won't pay it to watch it on television, that's for sure. Anyway, here's David Luiz on the ball now for Arsenal. Gets the ball up and forward. It's cut out there by James Justin on the far side. Still 0-0. Justin gets the ball back again from Mendy. And then Fuchs just miscontrolled it, but he had enough space and a bit more room and time and hooks the ball away. David Luiz is one possession. Infield it goes to number 6, Gabriel. And then gives it straight away. And the ball intended for Xhaka. And here goes Dennis Pratt. And, he played it too far in front of James Maddison, who's given him the right attack, quite rightly so, because he overhit the pass. In fairness to Pratt, he actually acknowledges he did wrong there, and well done to him for owning up and suggesting that he'd overplayed the ball. Meanwhile, it looks like Arsenal may have to make a change. David Luiz is down injured. Must have hurt himself when running back in that last attack there. Yeah, it looks like an hamstring pull by the looks of it. As soon as that attack broke down, David Luiz was in a bit of discomfort, as it turned out. So, still, remember 0-0. As the game goes into the third minute of the game, second half, as Mustafi now replaces David Luiz. One would have thought there he'd have gone off the field on the far side, but looks like he's going off the old conventional way. Russ. I'll never forget JBMLTM. Don't worry about that. I'll remind you, or anybody listening for the first time who who's enjoying this, I'll remind you of that as we come in a couple of minutes' time when we next get a break in play. But it's 49 minutes gone. Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. And Leicester have a throw. I will remind people what to do with the man of the match vote, as the ball sportingly knocked back towards Leno. That's good sportsmanship. And in 2020, where the stakes are so high in terms of prize money and prestige and finishing as high as you can in the Premier League, sometimes a bit of sportsmanship never goes amiss, and it's also good for the game. Still 0-0 at a very deserted Emirates Stadium as we come past the 4.5-minute mark of the second half. Xhaka gets it forward and the ball runs out of play, and Tierney wants to get on with it quickly. Finds Granit Xhaka almost on halfway. The ball back in field once more, and Mustafi gets his first touch. Finds Gabriel now. Xhaka back to Gabriel again. Still 0-0 here at the Emirates Stadium. Coming up to the 5-minute mark, Leicester win possession. Then Xhaka wins it back midway inside the Leicester half on the left-hand side. Still on the left-hand side, this time on halfway. And looking for options. And now the ball on halfway towards the right this time. Mustafi won it. Now Dani Ceballos. And now he gets it back to Mustafi. He's having one or two good touches of the ball since coming on. That'll do. Get his mindset in the right frame of mind. Xhaka now looking for options. They try to chip the ball forward. Headed away by Fofana. One of three centre-backs Leicester are playing with. It's a free sort of 3-1, 3-5, 1-1, I think. Something like that Leicester are playing this evening. Playing with the number 10 in behind the main striker, James Maddison. Here is Harvey Barnes on the ball, finds Tielemans in the centre, gets the ball, tries to get the ball over to the left-hand side where Justin was ready to go, but he's lost possession, Tielemans, in the event. And here goes Bellerin, who's probably the quickest man in the Arsenal side. Finds Thomas Partey. Oh, that's a foul, surely on Saka by number 3, Fofana. And will he be the latest name into Craig Pawson's notebook? In course he will be. So it's a yellow card. Right, man of the match. We won't be voting. Will not start until about the 60th minute this evening, because there's so many of you that have been on this evening. What you've got to do from the 60th minute through to the 90th minute, so you've got a half-hour window to think and choose your man of the match. I'll keep reminding you every 4 or 5 minutes during that last half an hour. The name of the player you want to see win our supplementary award. It's something to get you guys talking, really, in the comment section, really. They don't win anything for it, but we want to know what you guys think for a collective vote. Who will be the man of the match, and whoever gets the most votes will be crowned the JB man of the match. So all you've got to do, if you want to see your choice to be man of the match on this channel, all you've got to do is put the name of your player in the live comment section, and then all you've got to do really is hashtag it with the hashtag JBMLTM. Free kick taken quickly, and it comes to Tierney. And then the ball hooks back again. And that's what you need to do. 65 minutes, 60th minute, we'll do that. So we've got 8 minutes before we open up the vote, and that will be for half an hour. And then on the 90th minute mark exactly, we'll announce who has won the supplementary award. Leicester have conceded a 3-kick. Arsenal want to get on with it very quickly. Again, we've had 1 or 2 technical difficulties again. It is very difficult, really. At this moment in time, but we will keep going. And if we do have a breakdown, Russ will be there reporting away. Still 0-0. Once we've got moving pictures again, the commentary will reconvene. So around about the 60th minute mark, name of the player, and then you hashtag it. And I'm going to just mention this. Hashtag it with JBMLTM, just like Russ has done there. Just see what Russ has done there. But don't put how you're doing. Anyway, here comes, here we are. Maddison trying to shot that deflects off an Arsenal player and into the clock end. It's a corner. 54 and a quarter minutes gone. And Leicester now starting to come into it. Xhaka giving the ball away then. And then Barnes running into space. Found Maddison. His shot comes off Gabriel and behind Leno's goal for a corner. Can Leicester pinch one here? There's an injury there to Saka as well. He was the man who was fouled a few moments ago. 0-0. As I take a sip of Darjeeling before the corner. Oh, that's lovely. Leicester's second of the game. Good old Yorkshire Tetley tea. Can't beat it. Love my northern comforts, even when I'm down south covering football matches. Anyway, here's Madison with the corner. And he'll throw this into the mixer, I'm sure of that. Here comes the corner. Madison in towards the 6-yard area. Arsenal had enough bodies back to deal with that danger. Keep commenting on the comment section if you want. If you are one of the good commenters, we'll have you on board. Lacazette's been penalised. We could be surpassing the audience figures for Friday's match. Remember, we had nearly 1,000 people. We had over 1,000 people, 1,200 people listening to our match on the other night. And you all did a fantastic job helping me there. The majority of you. There's always a minority that spoil it, obviously, for the rest of us. Anyway, 3 kick to Leicester. In a very promising position. Madison, who can hit them. And it'll be a turn up if Arsenal concede from this. Looks like Madison, the former Norwich player, is going to hit this right-footed. It's to the left of the centre, about 30 yards from goal. And it's Madison with the right foot. It's over the ball and also over the crossbar. Sailed over the crossbar, in fact. And behind for a goal kick. And it remains 0-0. Are we getting perilously close to our first 0-0 live match of the season? Well, we've had about 7 or 8 live matches since the season started, including the England match at the start, and we haven't yielded a goalless draw yet. Evans is down again, and another yellow card. The referee, I think, has penalised Lacazette this time. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's just barged him there, hasn't he? That's a yellow card. Don't think there's much doubt about that. To give Lacazette his fair dues, it's given Johnny Evans a bit of a leg up. Get back on his feet. He was okay. Tough competitor Johnny Evans came through the ranks under Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United. And look who's about to come on. If you're watching moving pictures to my commentary, you're watching at home and you're listening to the commentary with the television sound turned down, look who's coming on. Jamie Vardy. Yeah, I've seen it for myself, Russ, and you're quite right. Vardy's going to come on. This could make things a little bit more interesting for that final half an hour or so. Guys, here's Mendy now on the ball for Leicester. We've just started in the last sort of 5 minutes to come into it a little bit. Johnny Evans seems to have recovered okay from that clash a few seconds ago with Alex Lacazette. He's looking for a little bit of support here. Leicester have already lost 2 on the bounce. They don't have been losing the third time. Well, last time it happened, Claude Puel was the manager, and he went on to be sacked. Last time a Leicester manager lost 3 in a row. Second now for Arsenal. Forward to Tierney down the left-hand side. Chance here for Arsenal. Good defending that by Fofana. Got across there. It's also quite a good surface, heavily watered as well on top. And quite a lot of moisture in London as well over the last sort of few weeks, last sort of few days as well. So it's been raining because there's puddles behind the advertising hoardings. 3-quarter to Arsenal. Still 0-0. It'd be good if Arsenal lost, really. Arsenal fan TV will be in meltdown. Usually the usual word, but Saka now plays it in for Arsenal and it's tucked away. Will it be a corner? I think it is off Castagna. So a corner it is. Can Arsenal get the breakthrough? Vardy waiting to come on, but he will not come on before this corner is taken. What can Saka do here? Far side, near side rather. Corner, right-footed into the 6-yard box. Can Leicester deal with it at the near post? Saka trying to get the header forward. Finds Saka, but he can't keep it in play. And it will be a throw-in to Leicester. Level with their own 18-yard box, or near enough level with the edge in their own area. And here comes Vardy. Is he going to have a half an hour party? Who knows? The man coming off, incidentally, it's Dennis Pratt who's come off. Yes, Dennis Pratt's come off. And Jamie Vardy now comes on. A lot of people were surprised, but he did play in that Europa League win at the King Power on Thursday. 3-0 victory. And I think he got a couple of goals that day, and he gets his first touch now. Gets Harvey Barnes on his way. He's got Vardy and Maddison to his right. Still Harvey Barnes, so he tried to do too much. James Maddison was waiting in space and probably will let him know if this attack breaks down, but Justin will keep it alive. Oh, that's an awful tackle that. Oh, and I have to say, I thought that was a Leicester 3 kick. I think that's the first decision, I think, tonight that Paul Tierney's got wrong. That looked to me a certain 3 kick on the far side against the Arsenal player. Here it comes. Justin's coming in there. I think Bellerin takes him out on the far side. I think Tierney's got this. I think the referee Tierney's got this wrong. I think he clips him there. That's a foul, I think. Unless Tierney has seen something and we haven't, then I have to confess that is a 3 kick. Did look a bit on the dangerous side. He didn't get any of the ball there, but Bellerin. Unless just in Paul Tierney's mind that he felt in the opinion that maybe Justin over-exaggerated to win a 3 kick, but it did look from the naked eye from first look. It looked a dead cert 3 kick. I think 3 kicks was given for less than that in other matches. Sorry, Paul Tierney. Yeah, that's correct. Craig Pawson's the referee. Craig Pawson, sorry. Paul Tierney was the referee in the last match we covered. He's also the VAR man tonight, as Russ quite prominently points out. I got a little bit confused there in the excitement. It happens to us all. It happens to the best of us. Anyway, Leicester didn't get the free kick. Craig Pawson, whether right or wrong, got the decision right. In his mind, anyway, as the throw-in from Arsenal come in, well, with the 18-yard box. Russ is quite right to correct me on that, and I'm not going to complain about that. I'm like the Murray Walker of football commentators. That is the biggest Murrayism, I think you call it, in the trade. And if anyone from Private Eye magazine's listening, put that in Coleman balls in the next edition of Private Eye, please. Anyway, back to the game. Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. And now, can I just announce, folks, that man of the match vote is now officially open into the 62nd minute. So for the next sort of 28 minutes until the 90th minute, you've got an opportunity to think hard and vote for who you think should win our man of the match award. Name of the player in the comment section and then hashtag it with the hashtag. It's important that you do this, actually. It's important that you do that. Hashtag it JBMLTM, please. Russ, right to Private Eye with that last comment and send that, put that in the Coleman Ball section. I've always wanted my name to be up in lights in Coleman Balls. You know, you've made it in the commentary business when you get in that section of Private Eye magazine. Available in all good news agents and online too. A little plug there for Private Eye magazine. Anyway, 0-0 as we come up towards the 63rd minute mark at the Emirates Stadium. In really has been trying circumstances. It's also trying for me, trying to commentate on moving pictures. At the moment, it's not working for me. We'll keep going. We're back now live. And here's Tierney now getting it for Arsenal. That's Kieran Tierney. Aubameyang, in fact, was offside, so he couldn't touch the ball. Dennis Pratt gets it away. Mustafi now wins possession. Finds Gabriel in turn, plays it to Granit Xhaka. Xhaka to Tierney. Tierney now goes back to the goalkeeper. And hopefully the game doesn't... The game can't suffer. We want an exciting last 25 minutes plus stoppage time if we can do it. Remember the man of the match vote. Get your thinking caps on. Who do you think want to win? It's going to be very hard in a game like this when there's been no goal scorers. As the ball is lifted up towards Lacazette from the right-hand side, and then I don't know who got that ball against Lacazette. against Lacazette, but it came away anyway for Arsenal. And Harvey Barnes has it now on the far side for Leicester. Still Harvey Barnes has it on far side and then goes back. Still, we await the first goal. We've had 64 minutes of the game. This is Fofana now for Leicester. Just inside the Arsenal half. Goal runs about 10 yards inside. Plays it out towards the left. And Harvey Barnes can't keep that in play. And it remains Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. We're going to see a substitution here for Arsenal. Nicola Pepe is going to come on now for Arsenal. He's going to replace Saka. Thomas Partey there. That's the foul earlier on by Fofana, which took him, it's got him a little bit of an injury. So obviously Arteta's trying to protect, obviously, the fitness of his players. I mean, Thursday, Sunday, it's going to be a difficult slog for the teams in Europa League action, but you've got to manage your squads now. That's the whole idea now. No. The quality has just suffered a little bit in the last 5 minutes, so let's hope they can pick the pace back up and get a good second half finish to this match as Fofana cuts out the through ball from Xhaka and he runs down that right-hand side like a gazelle towards the edge of the penalty area. Still has possession, Fofana. 3 Arsenal players tracking him. Tielemans is in support, finds Tielemans, but he has to go back to Johnny Evans on halfway. Now, Christian Fuchs, get the ball forward. Don't forget, keep your comments rolling in, folks. Keep your comments clean. And I'll keep reiterating that throughout the second half. It is important that you listen to what I say. Most of you do. Some of you, there's a vast minority that don't. Keep your comments rolling in. Here's Harvey Barnes on the ball now for Leicester. Midway inside the Arsenal half. Now a chance here for Fofana to come forward. Castagna has possession on the left-hand side. Back in field to Tielemans. Tielemans gets it towards the centre circle. Christian Fuchs, they'll look to go left. No, they'll stay in field. Tielemans now gets the ball. Finds Fofana on the right-hand channel. Goes back in field once again to Tielemans. And then into the centre circle for Evans. Russ Vernon has said James Maddison, he's giving it to Maddison. And that's what you've got to do, folks. Do what Russ has just done. Mr. Gubber on Trevor Sports to you all. JBMLTM and then the name of your player. Well, you can do it the other way around. Name of the player and then hashtag JBMLTM. Meanwhile, another foul there. Another yellow card given by referee. Let me get this right. Craig Pawson of Sheffield. This time to James Maddison. Pawson, the referee, giving out more cards than Quintons at the moment. We're seeing more yellow cards than we've seen any goals this evening thus far. But it's been another good game. But can we have a goal to finish it? There's the cross from Aubameyang. Is a good one. A chance here on the volley for Bellerin, right-footed. And that's the best moment of the second half. It was a great save. Kasper Schmeichel hit that full on the face. And now he's out of position because James Justin has a chance here. And at the moment, it's a great match at the moment developing. Better from either side there. And that was the best chance of the second half, bar none. It's the best we've seen. Chip forward by Tielemans. And that's straight into Leno's grasp. And still remains Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. Premier League live. The game live on JB Sports. Don't forget, we've got a new gaming channel. We've got an entertainment channel. And we've got Offbeat News, which we'll start having to find some material for when we get 5 minutes. Maybe we'll start that channel a bit more when the international break comes calling. And that's another throw, needlessly given away by Arsenal. Well, for another look, this replay, the Bellerin chance, it was a nice work, move down the left-hand side. Good cross from Aubameyang, and he went for it on the volley. The only criticism I would say is I think he should have hit that with a bit more power. Then Schmeichel would not have had the opportunity potentially to save it. But as it turns out, it's still 0-0. We've got about 22 minutes for stoppage time. James Maddison is leading in our man of the match vote. If you think James Maddison or anyone else should win it, our man of the match, all you got to do, name of the player, Maddison, Vardy, Aubameyang or Lacazette, or whoever you want to see to vote for, vote by putting the name of the player and then hashtagging it with JBMLTN, please. Still 0-0. You've got about 21 minutes for the vote to count, to get your vote in and make it count. James Maddison leading by 1 vote at the moment in our Man of the Match award. Arsenal have it down the left-hand side with Kieran Tierney. Goes back in field to Lacazette, who's taken up a bit more of a wider position, started further forward. Now Xhaka's got possession. Good football this now. Cabellos gets it out to the far side. Bellerin back to Cabellos, still 0-0. Here's Gabriel, who's got possession. Gabriel goes back in towards Thomas Partey. Good turn this from Pepe. Oh, lovely football that's from Nicola Pepe, but he ran straight into Mendy, however. Harvey Barnes has possession. Back to Tielemans. Now Fuchs. Still inside the Leicester half. Midway inside it now. Tielemans gets it 5-10 yards from halfway. Finds Fofana on the near side. Finds Castagna. Tries to play the ball forward towards James Maddison. And then the header back to Kasper Schmeichel, who can pick it up just inside his penalty area, and the danger is averted. 20 minutes now to play. Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. Premier League football, the final game of the day. 2 more games of this particular round to go. Brighton against West Brom at the Amex, and then Burnley against Tottenham at Turf Moor will complete the round of fixtures. It's all of that for Burnley, considering that Spurs have got a front 4 now to be feared, namely Son, Kane, Moura and Mr. Bale. Could be a tough old night for the Clarets, who really should have won at West Brom last Monday. Here at the Emirates, it's still Arsenal 0, Leicester City 0. 19 minutes to play. And are we going to get a breakthrough this evening? Evans plays the ball forward. Harvey Barnes touches it on. Mendy comes forward down the left-hand side over the halfway line. Now a real opportunity now for Justin. Vardy's waiting in the middle. Can he get the cross in there? Bellerin gets the cross in, but it's too close to Leno, who's under no great pressure inside his own 6-yard area and was able to, if you like, pounce on the ball. Still 0-0 here at the Emirates Stadium. And then Arsenal lose possession midway inside around half. Vardy wins it for Leicester. Finds Harvey Barnes. Looks as if he was being body checked there by Mustafi, but the referee, Paulson, lets it go. Still 0-0. Justin Owen possession here for Leicester. Who's going to nick it in the final 18 or 19 minutes of this game? Stoppage time as well. Anything can still happen. We haven't had a goalless draw yet in any of our live matches. Let's hope it's not tonight. I did pick this one because I thought we could have plenty of goals in it. At the moment, it's proven to be a misplaced. My choice may be proving misplaced. I haven't had a goal yet. We've had plenty of yellow cards, mind you. Several for either side. Leicester looking to come forward and snatch one on the breakaway. This is Castagna to Fofana. Now the ball forward, and Castagna might get in behind. Castagna, good defending that. Great defending that from Gabriel. On the edge of his area. Couldn't afford to slide in there. Stayed on his feet, nicked the ball. That was good, sensible defending. But Arsenal have lost possession, and it's in the midway inside their own half with Leicester in possession. Castagna now into James Maddison. Surely someone's going to make something happen now. 17 minutes left to go. Tielemans has possession. Midway inside the Arsenal half. Finds Maddison. Onto Jamie Vardy. Maddison went tumbling there as well. Referee plays on. Here's Maddison again. Free waiting to the left for the cross, and it comes to the right, and Vardy will cross it in there. Headed knocked away there by Gabriel with his left foot. Justin is in there, but there's a clash of players. And another yellow card is signalled by Mr. Tierney. Not Tierney, Mr. Paulson, sorry. And what's going on here? James Maddison is furious with the referee. I'm afraid Mr. Paulson hasn't done himself any favours. Now, what's going on here? Maddison's already one of the players booked, unless he's booked somebody else. Remember, James Maddison's, I think, is already in the yellow card. Arsenal had the Lacazette down. There was somebody else. Now, I'm just trying to think. Who was the booking for? I think it was Johnny Evans, potentially, when he fouled Lacazette. I thought there was Johnny Evans who's got the booking. Yeah, it's been confirmed to me on my monitor, but I have to say I think that's a harsh decision. There were two other players colliding as well as Evans. I mean, I thought that initially that was pure accidentally. I think Paulson's just going to get a grip on this a little bit. He's going to lose control if he's not careful. There's been more bookings than goals tonight. That's sad to see when you've got two good footballing sides really trying to go for it, and then the referee stops play for little bits and silly things like that. As Under comes on, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled under, but it's Under, and he replaces Harvey Barnes. And of course, a former Burnley striker, Paul. And the player born in Burnley is replaced by a Turkish international called Under. First time I've ever seen him or commentated on him. So an unknown quantity for me. It's Mustafi, who's definitely not an unknown quantity to this channel. Gets the ball and finds Gabriel, who knocks the ball again out towards the left-hand side. Tierney knocks it back in field to Xhaka, and then he goes back to Gabriel. Gabriel now turns, finds Xhaka. Xhaka goes away from Under, number 19, as Gabriel now takes possession. Remember, you've still got a quarter of an hour to 14 and a half minutes to vote for your man in the match, name of the player, and then you hashtag it with JBM or TMS. Schmeichel comes out of his goal, finds Castagna, who dare not give the ball away now because Schmeichel, if he had given the ball away, would have been perilously out of his goal. Ball not forward. Vardy on the chase. Leno will get it. Stober hit the pass. Vardy appreciates the idea at least. And away go Arsenal now. 16 minutes for one of these two teams to score what could be an important goal in their seasons. Arsenal started the night in 10th position. Leicester started the night in 9th position, 9th against 10th. Or 10th place against 9th place if you want to put the home team first. And Xhaka gets the ball forward. Tierney down the left. Lacazette trying to turn away from Fofana. And Fofana does well, gets back at him. And a goal kick has been awarded to Leicester City. And which will suit them a little bit down to the ground. Coming up towards now the last 13 minutes of the game. Don't forget, man of the match vote. He's going at the moment. We are, as I say, we're a family show, and we're doing an excellent job. Keep your comments rolling in. Keep your man of the match votes rolling in. Still haven't any. Keep your comments coming. Keep them clean, however. This is Vardy now checking it forward. And a chance here for him there. First touch was poor. Took it far too wide then. Just needed a better first touch. Castagna gets the crossing, but it deflects away. And Arsenal now to come away. But they lose possession. Aubameyang lost possession. And still Leicester have it deep inside Arsenal territory. Oh, dear me. And it goes in the pass. The intended pass there goes between two Arsenal players, two Leicester City players, and the whole thing. Well, is it destined? Is it? I'm just getting the sense now as we're coming towards the final few moments and a few minutes of the game. Is it destined to end goalless? Here's Xhaka. Come on, guys, give us a goal. One of these two teams, give us all a goal here on the JB Sports YouTube channel. Live audio commentary of Arsenal against Leicester City. If you've joined us late, no. Arsenal had a goal ruled out, rightly so though, when Lacazette had the ball in the net, but Xhaka was offside and interfering with play from that corner, hence why the goal was chalked off for offside. Still, no way of knowing who's going to get a breakthrough here. Here's Tierney now for Arsenal. Oh, and he just gives it straight to Fofana. Could be a case now, classic case, folks, of both teams really in the latter stages cancelling each other out here. Which will be a shame because this game really had the potential to be a lot more than what it really has become in this second half. It's been, frankly, a little bit disappointing, really. Kevin says, yeehaw. How about having a look, think about man of the match for Kevin? Name of the player, hashtag it, JBMLTM, please. You've got just over 11 minutes to go. Surely somebody's got to hit a goal from somewhere. We are praying here in the rain at the Emirates. The ball not forward. Here's a chance for Unday. Can he provide it? Vardy in the middle. Vardy straight up. Vardy headers in. And we have been spared a goalless draw. Leicester City through Jamie Vardy. The two substitutes combined. The Turkish international Unday. Cross back from the right-hand side into the 6-yard area. Vardy onside. Couldn't miss. Leno was struggling to get back in his goals. Lovely ball. And onside, Gabriel were playing them both onside. Vardy with a good header. Leno, first of all, why was he doing so far off his line to start with? And then when Unday crossed, he was so out of his ground, the Arsenal goalkeeper, that when Vardy made the connection, he could not miss. It's a great moment for Arsenal. It's a great moment for Leicester, rather, and a bad one for Arsenal. Oh, my word. Are we going to see a potential shock at the Emirates? Let's face it, Arsenal were bookies' favourites tonight to win this game. But is Brendan Rodgers going to stop the rot? Jamie Vardy. You can't keep this man out of the game. And if Leicester win, Vardy will be having a party. Social distance, of course. Tierney's come off, by the way. I don't know who's replaced him, but we'll get confirmation in just a second. But Jamie Vardy, 80 minutes. Kevin's gone for Vardy. 1 vote for Maddison, 1 vote for Vardy. Eddie Nketiah comes on for Tierney. And I know Mike Harniman, a friend of the channel, he tunes in quite on a number of occasions. He will be gutted by that, but I'm just glad from a neutral's point of view we've got a goal. Anyway, it's been 80 minutes in the making, but it's come at last. Now then, can Arsenal find themselves an equaliser? Bellerin, he's miscontrolled it. Trying to get the cross in, miscontrolled it. Gets a polite round of applause from manager Arteta, but oh my goodness me, if Arsenal lose now, Arsenal Fan TV will be in meltdown, I tell you. Meltdown! I've longed for the day to say that for a good couple of years, because Arsenal really have got their act together in that time. But, oh my word, Arsenal Fan TV will be in meltdown. And there with the cross, in came Jamie Vardy. Oh my word. Oh, it's been a long, arduous 80 minutes in the commentary box, but they say patience can be rewarded. Boy, have we been rewarded and how. Great cross by the Turk, Under, and then Vardy with a textbook diving header. Now Nketiah for Arsenal. Nketiah running towards the penalty area, and it's knocked out of play now. I think Leicester will take this at 1-0. They've got a lead to protect, and their back three, I have to say, have defended remarkably very, very solidly. It's going to take a monumental effort now in the last 8 minutes from Arsenal to unpick this Leicester City defence. Leicester going into this on 2 successive Premier League defeats, but that rot could stop. Imagine that 3-0 win at the King Power in midweek has certainly stopped some rots. Also won 2-1 away at Bruges. But at the moment, it's not looking to be a victory for the Gunners this evening. Arsenal Fan TV will be frustrated. They'll be in the bottom half of the table. Possibly in the bottom half of the table by the end of the weekend's fixtures, which won't please Robbie or DT or anybody on that channel. That's for sure. Leno's surely got to be at fault for the goal. Because I thought, in my opinion, he was too far out of his goal. He was too far to the right-hand post as the cross came in, which meant he was always struggling to get across and save that. Gave himself too much to do, really. Vardy, well, yeah. Russ making the point, and a little bit of a pun there. I don't think it's a pun intended. Arsenal have party, Thomas, that is, but it'll be Leicester that'll be having a Vardy party tonight. Links away. Sorry, Mike. It's in relation to Mike Harneman, who's doing his own commentary for another channel tonight on Facebook. He sat a few rows away from me in the press area here. I'll be having I'll make it a consoling cup of Tetley afterwards. Social distance, of course. Anyway, we're going to see Mark Albrighton, the former Aston Villa player, come on. I think Yuri Tillemans could be the man to make way. In about 5.5 minutes plus stoppage time. And it's going to be, number 10 there, James Maddison. Okay, James Maddison's going to come off and Mark Albrighton will come on now as Leicester look to consolidate what they've got. They've got a goal lead, a lead that on second half performance, I have to say they've richly deserved. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And I will be tuning into Arsenal Fan TV tonight. I tell you now, they will be in meltdown. I tell you, meltdown. Jamie Vardy, you can't keep the man out of the game. The man with age, Mr. Vardy, seems to get better and better, like a fine wine, really. Leicester winning 1-0. And here's Under, the new signing from Turkey, who's done really well since coming on, setting up that goal. It was a terrific goal, and it needed something special, and that cross was something special to set it up there from the Turk to give Vardy the easiest of chances and score a very good diving header. I mean, from 6 yards, he couldn't finish it off. Sports reporter Dylan Walsh on Twitter. I don't want to say it's like watching Emery's Arsenal, but Christ, it's like watching Emery's Arsenal. I think in the second half, I would not disagree with that statement. Arsenal really need to up their game. They've got 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. They need a goal from somewhere, Arsenal. They haven't really looked like breaking down this Leicester defence. And I have to say, Arteta, who's usually a master tactician, has been outfought in the tactical department and been outwitted by Brendan Rodgers. It's got to be said. Rodgers has outwitted Arteta. Not many managers can actually do that. 3.5 minutes for stoppage time. Looks like we might have a shared vote for man in the match. Vardy has one vote. Maddison's got the other. Who's going to get the guesting vote? Well, we'll find out. Here's old Brighton trying to run down that near side, but he's lost possession. Now Pepe picks it up on the left-hand side for Arsenal. Runs towards the area, but again, Leicester had numbers back. And here comes Tillemans finding Fofana. But then Fofana loses the ball. Xhaka wins it back. Thomas Partey now has it. Can Arsenal save themselves from a very, very damaging and painful defeat here this evening? Pepe now for Arsenal. 1-0 down to Leicester. Jamie Vardy, 80 minutes, the goal scorer. Here is Gabriel. Gabriel with a poor ball, easily intercepted, and Mendy now wins possession. Leicester have just got to keep their composure for 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time, and they'll see a famous victory in their grasp as Vardy chases the back pass. Leno does well, gets it back to a colleague, which is Gabriel. Now, opportunity knocks now as Mustafi, who's not the soundest of defenders. Brad Hicks, his friend, will be happy. He's a Leicester City fan. Well, Brad, I think Leicester were defended very stoutly. They haven't given Arsenal a sniff tonight. I mean, the goal disallowed aside, Arsenal really haven't taken their chances. The disallowed goal, again, that was rightly given, and they can't blame the referee for this defeat. They're only themselves to blame here, Arsenal, if they lose this one. They've been outwitted. Unless Bellerin can get in there behind, but he can't. Again, good blanket Leicester defence, and Tillemans has possession on the far side, and he cuts in field. Tillemans does well and draws the foul and draws a free kick from referee Pawson. But Jamie Vardy with the goal. This is what happened. Leicester broke away. Tillemans played it in there. The flag stayed down in there with the cross. And watch this. Jamie Vardy, no more than 6 yards out, nods in to score what now surely, barring accidents, will be a famous goal to give Leicester a famous victory here at the Emirates Stadium. We'll be with you until about just shy of 9:10 this evening here on the JB Sports. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage anyway. I certainly enjoyed the last half an hour because it's been quite fun and exciting. Certainly the last 10 minutes. We're in the last minute of normal time. It's going to be a shared JBM or TM if there's no further voting for either one of these two between Vardy and Maddison. Or shall I have the casting vote? I'm going to have the casting vote, you know. I think we should have an outright winner. Vardy's come on. And I have to say, he's changed the dynamics of the game. Maddison's done well. Maddison's done very well. But I may have a decision to make. Do I go with Maddison or do I go with Vardy? Unless someone messages me now in the next 10 minutes, 10 seconds rather, then I think I'm going to have to decide. And I'm going to have to decide now. Man of the match tonight is Jamie Vardy. And 5 minutes of stoppage time. Jamie Vardy, by casting vote from yours truly, because when we have a draw in the votes, it's up to me who decides who's the outright winner of the JB Man of the Match. And the JB Man of the Match, even though he's come on at 60 minutes, he's really turned the game Leicester's way. Jamie Vardy is the JB Man of the Match. He's done more than a lot of the 22 players that started have done this evening. On a rainy night at the Emirates, it could be a disappointing night. Arsenal have got 5 minutes to score. Vardy Man of the Match. Here's Xhaka now on the ball from the throw-in. Arsenal need an equaliser now. They surely haven't got enough time left in the game to score two and ultimately win it, but they could still draw it. As the ball is lifted in there towards Nketiah, but he's been bundled down, or has it gone the other way? Looks like it's gone the other way, I think. 1 minute of the 5 gone as I take a cup of Tetley tea. Other tea bags are available, by the way. 1-0 to Leicester. Almost an Arsenal-type score that from a bygone age when George Graham was manager and they had that famous back four of Seaman, Dixon, Winterburn, Keanu Bold, and or even O'Leary and Tony Adams skippering the side in those days. Alan Smith would usually score the goal. Coincidentally, he's a former Leicester player as well. Some people would call it the Alan Smith derby. Anyway, here's Kasper Schmeichel with the kick for Leicester. Still leading by a goal to 0. Can they finish it off in style? Here's Vardy through the middle. Jamie Vardy could make it safe. Oh, what a save that is from Leno. Should have been 2-0 Leicester there. Absolutely. Vardy got away, broke the offside trap. And he was level, no doubt about it. There was 2 Arsenal players playing him on as the ball was played. But to be fair to Leno, I think it might have hit him in the face, actually. Yeah, hits him on the forehead, and it goes away for a corner. Could have gone anywhere, that. And that would have put the game beyond Arsenal's reach for sure. We're halfway through the 5 minutes. We played 2.5 of the 5. And still on 1-0 to the Leicester at the moment. And they've given the ball away. Arsenal deep inside their own territory. Run on the edge of their penalty area, but they've won the ball back. Caballas now wins possession. Arsenal haven't got time now. They've got to get the ball forward. They can't do anything stupid now. They can't do anything ridiculously skillful. They've got to pump the ball forward. It's no time for skill tricks. No time for any silly tricks or flicks. It's got to be pumped into the box. 2 minutes of the 5 remain. Ball into the penalty area. It's a poor ball. And Leicester will clear those all day long. And they've brought so many men back in blue now. It's unbelievable. Arsenal on the cusp of a really damaging defeat. They started the night in 10th place. They may well end the night there. But if results go against them tomorrow, they could be in the bottom half of the table. Here comes Mustafi now. Leicester will move up from 9th position. They started the ninth in 9th position. 90 seconds to go. The cross into the penalty area. It comes to Pepe on the left. Deep inside the area. As Pepe tries to go to the byline. Gets the cross. Gets a deflection. And Schmeichel has to tip it on the roof. Arsenal will get a corner. Arteta's waving everybody forward now. I wonder if he's waving Leno forward as well. They may as well waving forward. Leno's on halfway. Waiting for the signal. We'll come to that in a moment, Russ. We'll point that out towards the end. Here comes the corner. We're into a final minute of 5. Can Arsenal find the equaliser? The ball comes out again. Pepe will try again. He took the original corner. In it goes. And Schmeichel's there. Great piece of goalkeeping once again. And there'll be 30 seconds now of the 5. That's all that's left. Schmeichel will take as much time as is legally possible. Within the legal boundaries, I suppose. And hopefully Leicester will see about an amazing away victory, a famous away victory. And that's a clear foul there on Under by Xhaka. That was silly. Absolutely silly from Xhaka. Definite yellow card. And that's been the disappointing aspect from the match from me. I expected better from some of the players. Some of the fouls have been really bad. Yeah, special mention to Under as well. He's done really well. We've played the 5 minutes. There's just time for this free kick. Leicester, unsurprisingly, haven't brought too many men forward as the whistle sounds. It's a great result for Leicester City. A tremendous away performance, a tremendous away for victory. Jamie Vardy with the winning goal 10 minutes from the end of normal time. He came on as a substitute. In fact, it was a tale of 2 subs combining to get the victory. Under came on with the cross from the right, and Vardy played onside by Gabriel, nodded into an empty net with the goalkeeper completely out of his ground. And Leicester take all the points away back to the King Power Stadium. A night to forget for Arsenal, who really weren't good enough in the second half. They were on top in the first half. They had a goal rightfully disallowed because there was an offside given against Xhaka for interfering with play as Lacazette headed in, but the goal was quite rightly not given. And when Vardy and Under came on, Leicester looked very threatening. And you have to say, Arteta has been outwitted by Brendan Rodgers. It was the perfect away tactical performance. And no wonder that the 2 men hug each other, Brendan Rodgers and Jamie Vardy. They are over the moon, it has to be said. Celebrations for Leicester, but for Arsenal now, Leicester now move up from 9th to 4th. They move up a mammoth 5 places now. They move above Leeds United and Southampton. And what a game it has been. I hope you very much enjoyed it. As for Arsenal, Arsenal Fan TV will be in meltdown after this result. Meltdown! Arsenal have been beaten, and they've been beaten fair and square. Their discipline was poor. They gave away too many yellow cards tonight, in my opinion. But the right team won. The second half display was brilliant. And on a disappointing night for Arsenal, they have been beaten by 1-0 by Leicester City. I hope you've enjoyed the commentary. Oh, what a night now for Leicester. And they now move up to 4th position now in the Premier League. Who would have thought it? Arsenal 0, Leicester City 1. I hope you've enjoyed the game. Don't forget to keep hitting that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And of course, it goes without saying, hit the notifications. Hope you've enjoyed the commentary of the game. I know some people didn't earlier on, but that's their hard lines. But tonight, we have seen a brilliant away performance from Leicester City. Worthy 1-0 winners. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed the game. We're going to leave you now. But join us all on Trevor Sports YouTube channel tomorrow, where myself, Russ, Chris Whiteman, and Trevor himself will all be commentating on the Champions League game each. Hope you can join us all for that. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel and search for Trevor Sports on YouTube. Believe me, it's a show you dare not want to miss. Well, the story here, these are the results. Aston Villa 0, Leeds 3, then West Ham, Man City 1-1, Fulham 1, Crystal Palace 2, Man United 0, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 2, Sheffield United 1, and then today, Southampton 2, Everton 0, Wolves 1, Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0, Leicester City 1, and then tomorrow, Brighton play West Brom at 5:30 British time, Greenwich Mean Time, and then Burnley at 8 p.m. Again, Greenwich Mean Time, they play Tottenham Hotspur. So that's the situation as things stand with 2 games to go in this round of Premier League games. We're going to end on, I'm afraid, with the sad news tonight of an academy player, Jeremy Wiston, I'm afraid, former Manchester City youth player, has sadly died tonight. As of course, thoughts are with his family and friends, and we all at JB Sports wish his family and friend, obviously, our thoughts at JB Sports, and I'm sure in the footballing fraternity will all be thinking of him in this sad time. So Leicester, so thank you to that. So Leicester City now 4th place on level on goal difference. As for Arsenal, they're still, I mean, they could be in the bottom half of the table if Spurs beat Burnley tomorrow. But Manchester United 15th position. Who would have thought of that at the start? It's unbelievable. Burnley, I'd like to see Burnley move out the bottom 3 tomorrow from a biased point of view. But the winning goal that settled it, 80 minutes, Jamie Vardy has won Leicester the game and has won on 3 precious points. Leicester up to 4th, Arsenal stay 10th, but could be in the bottom half tomorrow night. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed the commentary. From me, JB, thanks to Ross, thanks to Kevin, thanks to a lot of people who've tuned in and made this a very good commentary. And thanks to everyone who's liked the video. Hit the subscribe button, and there'll be a special 750 subscriber video coming your way in the next few days. But thank you very much for watching. You'll hear my dulcet tones again if you want to hear my voice again on Trevor Sports YouTube channel tomorrow, along with Ross, Chris Whiteman, and of course Trevor himself. But have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Hopefully you'll all subscribe to Trevor's channel as well. And hope you've enjoyed the game tonight. From all of us here, on a great night for Leicester, a away victory at the Emirates Stadium by a goal to 0. Take care, and we'll see you on Trevor's channel tomorrow. Good night.